and welcome to the Garden Report, powered by CLNS Celtics blog. And tonight, DraftKings, and I just so happen to be here with my good friend Julian Edlow.
Such a coincidence.
Such a coincidence from the DraftKings playbook. And real quick, we're gonna
DK Live.
And DK Live. We're gonna get your plugs in, dude. First, can I plug CLNS? Go to DraftKings.com. Type in CLNS. It's a free match play. You'll get a free game out of it, and you'll help our friend here pay his bills. It's getting very cold in Boston, and heat is very expensive. And the more times you sign up, start playing, believe everything this guy tells you in the playbook, because you can go to. It's a blog that you give him little tips,
articles on the playbook, all the news on DK Live to get you playing DraftKings and making the big bucks.
Okay, sold. Also sold. Celtics
You're an
down.
Easy sale.
Celtics. I'm sold on the Celtics when they're down 26 as of Thursday night, because they came back
Easy win.
in a big way against the Rockets, 99-98. And we're going to get it right into it. We're going to tie in that win with a little Celtics New Year's resolution game that we're going to play, because 2018 is right around the corner. It feels like 2016 just ended, and 2018 is right here. So here we are. First resolution. Julian, hit me with it.
The Celtics in 2018 need to re-sign Marcus Smart.
Wow.
He only shot 1 for 5 from downtown on Thursday night.
What do you mean only? That's like par for course, bro.
20%? That's good.
For him.
Right. Marcus Smart, not the best three-point shooter. he had a solid game, 13 points, 6 rebounds,
Get into it.
5
Get into it. We don't
assists,
care
I
about
believe.
this game.
All right, no numbers. Marcus Smart, you saw the impact at the end of that game, drawing those 2 charges. Those are not going to show up in the box score, but Marcus Smart dominated the last 10 seconds of that game, pretty much without even touching the ball, just by letting James
by being
Harden
Marcus Smart,
send him to the ground, by being Marcus Smart.
By being that,
and he does these little things every game. Call them what you want: hustle plays, Tommy points, grinder plays, where he just digs into the other opponent and gets his way, whether it's coming up with rebounds, defensive stops. Thursday night, it was 2 ridiculous charges, 2 ridiculous charges that lead to a game ending in a way that we've pretty much never seen a basketball game end before. You need to pay for that on a team.
I still don't know how it ended.
You know, if Marcus Smart's going to go to the Sacramento Kings, no, he's not going to be worth the money. But on a team that can win like this Boston Celtics team, he's going to be worth every penny down the stretch.
He's a championship winning player. Like, you need guys like him on a team if you want to win the championship. I agree with you completely. I don't want to just break the bank for the guy. I think there's a limit that they got to spend. I don't know what the market's going to be. I would be kind of hesitant to go higher than like 14. I think that's pretty high for a guy who can't really shoot. It's going to be way higher than 14. Then I don't know. But I will say this. When he was guarding James Harden in the second half tonight, Harden was 0 for 7. He had 4 turnovers. And 2 of those turnovers were those offensive fouls that had to do with the fact that Marcus Smart was all up in his grill, frustrating him.
I don't know where those numbers just came from, but those are fantastic numbers right there.
Hopefully they're accurate. I just threw them out there. No, they are real. They are real numbers. Okay, I like that one. That's your first New Year's resolution.
That is my first New Year's resolution.
First New Year's resolution is
you can do this.
Jason Tatum. Thought he had a good game Thursday night. Speaking of defense on James Harden, had a great block on James Harden in that 3-point corner right over there. And then played strong defense on that second time around. Grabbed a loose ball rebound that was huge too. Jason Tatum should continue to work towards the Rookie of the Year award for 2018.
Super competitive award this year.
Very competitive award, because you have Donovan Mitchell, you have
the Kuz, Kyle Kuzma out in L.A.,
Kyle Kuz,
and of course Ben Simmons in Philly.
Ben Simmons is leading the way right now.
For sure.
But here's the difference. When the games really start to count, February, March, April, if Tatum is still continuing to play the way he's playing, and those players, we're talking about the Jazz, we're talking about the Sixers, we're talking about the Lakers, those teams are going to fall out of contention. Jason Tatum is going to continue to make winning plays for the Celtics. I think his value skyrockets. I think he makes a really strong case to be a Rookie of the Year contender. We
know Simmons is going to have the numbers, but Tatum's impact is going to be something that, can affect that award.
I mean, we've seen it. I think Celtics fans and media and people who watch the Celtics, despite the fact that Tatum hasn't really had those crazy numbers games where he's putting up 40 points or anything like that, or 15 rebounds, he's very consistent. He hits big shots. He's smart, and he's a great shooter. Which Simmons, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed.
Simmons cannot shoot. He takes about 90% of his shots in the paint.
He stinks at shooting.
He stinks.
So that's my first New Year's resolution for the Celtics. Back to you.
Back to me.
Back to you, Julian.
Well, we were just talking about Kyle Kuzma and the Lakers, who, with a loss to the Grizzlies on Wednesday night, became the 5th worst team in the NBA. So my second New Year's resolution for the Celtics has absolutely nothing to do with the Celtics the rest of this season, but it is for the Los Angeles Lakers.
That's the best resolution. You don't have to do. You don't have to do anything. Whoops,
you don't have to do what?
You don't have to do anything.
The Los Angeles Lakers are going to continue falling apart. It is the Ball family effect out there, where things are just going haywire. And this number 2 to 5 pick that the Celtics would get if this Lakers pick lands anywhere from 2 to 5 very well may convert. At the beginning of the season, I was sold on, we're going to push this to 2019. Mm-hmm. It's going to be the Sacramento Kings pick, and we'll see where it lands. But now you have this team with somebody who's going to be potentially in the running for Rookie of the Year and Jason Tatum, with Gordon Hayward coming back, whether it be late this season or at the beginning of next season, with potentially a number 2 to 5 pick from the Lakers, and this team is just going to continue. How many years have we been saying, Danny Ainge saying, piling the assets?
It's an embarrassment.
Continue piling the assets. The Los Angeles Lakers, far more likely than I ever would have imagined, to be handing a pick over to the Boston Celtics at the end of this season.
And they're not a deep team, the Lakers, so you don't never wish injury upon anybody, but if somebody happened to go down on that team, they're really, really going to be hurting to win any sort of game. So we'll see where that goes. Good resolution.
Back to you.
That's an easy one for the Celtics.
That's an easy one. You don't have to do anything.
That's the best. Second resolution for me, they actually do have to do something. And what that is not go down by double digits as often as they do. And I know what you're going to say. Why not? They win all the games anyways. Thursday night, they came back from 26.
That was an easy win against the Rockets, right?
Easy win. They had it the whole way through, right where they wanted them. 17 down to the Warriors. No big deal. Come back and beat them. But listen, as you get later on in the season, teams start to pick it up. They can become smarter. But most importantly, in the playoffs. If you go down big to teams in the playoffs, it's a lot harder to come back because the focus is there, the energy there, the intensity is there. The teams are better every game.
The Rockets are pretty good, but still.
The Rockets are pretty good,
so are the Warriors.
They aren't the playoff Rockets. Playoff Rockets will be better.
Rockets.
Playoff Warriors will be better, and they won't be a lot less willing to take their foot off the gas when they have, their foot on your throat. Sorry to use so many of those things there, but
foot's in a lot of places.
Feet are all over the place. Shout out to Rex Ryan. But that's the second resolution. You got to be more consistent from the start, and keep the game close. They're talented enough where they don't need to be going down as often as they are like that. So whether it's just tired legs right now at this point in the season.
The schedule and the lack of bodies is definitely catching up with them with that 1 game and 8-day stretch coming up in London. But
definitely
they're battling through it.
They are. So that's it for us. A happy New Year to everybody watching at home. 2018 should be an interesting season, rest of the season for the Celtics. We hope you guys continue to watch. Comment, but only positive things. Space down
only
there.
Positive.
I do read the comments, and I get very, very upset when I read something that I don't like.
Jimmy calls me crying all the time.
I text you usually, but I will call. All right, thank you guys. That'll do it for us. Julian Edlow, Jimmy Toscano, CLNS Radio. Peace.
Happy New Year.